Hello all, welcome back to HighPriest Reacts, Season 1, Episode 4 of Fallout, The Ghouls. So, that tells me something. That tells me this is about, more ghouls, and, hold on. So he's taking her to meet more of his kind. That's not what I was expecting. At all. That was not the direction I thought this pass was going. God damn. But I have no idea where he was taking her. Why was he taking her? Is it something spiteful about Baltec or something? That's my guess, based on the ghouls. My society might be something like the vault from Fallout 1, where that made Ghoul City. It kept people from dying, but it caused everyone within to become a ghoul. Well, let's get to it and see what happens. He just loves showing off the rad roaches. He doesn't seem to be too adversely affected yet, so it might just be an addiction and not a pure medical need. I mean, side effects from addictions can be still pretty fucking bad. Must be a ghoul who recently feralified if they... Then again, I suppose even feral ghouls could probably have moments like this since this game's never bothered. It's hard. I'm unfamiliar with the concept of ghouls didn't need meds in the original, so but I suppose you could have something that would help prevent the turning process. He definitely physically looks more like a game ghoul with that a bit of exposed skull. Then again, not all the ghouls in game look like that. Just he's definitely more zombie-ish than him. So they consider becoming feral wastelanding. It's not the natural process every ghoul goes to, but
my mom used to
give him one last happy memory for putting him out of his memory. Probably for the best. If there was nothing doing with that medicine stopping him, and he couldn't get any medicine for him.
You're sick.
Is that to get the medicine he ate?
My vault has a great hardship too. Why keep going?
Ooh, now that's a hard-hitting question. If this is what it takes to live, why bother keep going? This is a lot more fucked up than most things you do in Fallout. Just goddamn. They escalated there. What the fuck? That can't be about the medicine then if he was going to fucking... Why are you doing that? Why? Look, I'm just going to assume he must be logicating it under a form of mercy. And then not letting the guy's corpse go to waste. Killing him definitely seemed like it was the worst. He couldn't get his medication and he was going to turn. And then he was going to kill an illegal anyway, so... Fallout text screens. The only colors are green, 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 and black. See, that's a mistake. Now you're going to encourage him to use that voice, huh?
That's all I ask.
The biggest problem with rebuilding these people is they're just not equipped to do it. They don't understand what's going on the surface. That's how privileged they fucking are. They're all like Lucy, except frankly, I think Lucy might have been able to accomplish something like that. Maybe better than anybody else. But girls up on the surface. And then even then, I don't think she'd have a good shot at it. She's just better than everybody else because she's, one of the smartest there, most capable. She could eventually understand that she needs to figure out, how things work up there before she can even try to start helping people. Doesn't matter if it's radiated, if it's all you have to drink. I mean, honestly, radiation might be the less bad thing you could get out there. Yeah, I think the only reason he made her do the butchering was because he was pissed she asked a question and he didn't have an answer for. Or at least not one he wants to give. Oh. One of the actual benefits of being a ghoul is, oh no. What the fuck? I mean, I think that's more you than her. I'm not used to my Fallout Pro tags losing fucking fingers and shit like that. That's, I just was unprepared for it. What the fuck? I love how awkward this is. I love it. It's great. Hilarious. And that's what this is about. This is all fucking awkward as shit. Oh god! I was getting kind of the vibe that she was trying to maybe have him, fill a place. Oh my fucking god. This is incredibly messed up. Oh Jesus fucking Christ. Don't let me listen to their talk. They're not... Holy shit, that was a fucking moment. I should have expected that. I didn't realize how far along she was, but, before that moment, but of course that's where I went. That makes it even, the cringe ass line he gave even better. Had to briefly remind himself he cut her finger off. So yeah, that's why he's there. She trade for vials to keep himself from ghouling further, wastelanding. I don't like these ghouls if they're really engaging in some slave trade down there. So you know. Oh wow, he was really holding it together. But yeah, I suppose not every group of ghouls was guaranteed to be actually good people. Hell, I think the first game often had you get attacked by groups of not feral ghouls just because they weren't happy to see any smooth skin. So I don't think that robot's equipped to help you, but nonetheless, of course, you got some skills in science to hack it. Skill is called science, of all things.
That's much better.
Ain't my head. Maybe work on your wording. I know you're a little bit in shock with it.
Not a problem.
Yeah, there we go. There's your malfunctioning robot. Treats her medically, is nice and courteous, and then, oh, I'm simply going to harvest your organs. Which I think is the better option. What she was afraid of. Oh, that little piece of shit. He's giving them food that when normally just to make it malicious compliance, to undermine everything. Ow. The indication that shit had gone wrong in Vault 32 long before they got there. Interest. I do like that. Very significant. I mean, you were wearing a dead man's things while his wife was giving birth after trying to fuck you. While pretending you were him. Honestly, when it was revealed they're Raiders, I just didn't even think there was something wrong with 32 anymore. Outside them all being dead. Oh, that's a valid point. Everything was destroyed here a long time ago. I hadn't even thought about that. That wasn't recent. That wasn't from them. Something went wrong with Vault 32, and they opened the vault because they had to, and apparently did a bunch of horrible shit to survive and paid the price for their actions. Wonder if they were doing business with Moldova before this. Yeah, that other body in this one, they've been like that for a while. Raiders are crazy, but even they would have cleaned the bodies up eventually. Hell, I mean, Raiders are more likely to have eaten them than let them just sit there like that. That would happen. Things went crazy from our population. That, by the way, that study's bullshit. I know what study they're referring to with that, and it's stupid. It was a guy looking to prove a point. Yeah, those kinds of studies. The secret of this experiment for these trio vaults, which makes sense. Honestly, you can't trust a trio vaults. The trio of vaults was probably one of the best ideas I've seen yet, and that still had something wrong with it because it's fucking vault tech. It's all just fucking experiments. Oh, so not everybody who runs this place is a ghoul then. Yeah, that's a misunderstanding fucking going on. Good loot to have from this place and sell. That's how I play. Take everything. Okay, they were just people to be cut off. It's just, why was the person on the line a ghoul if, oh, not all of them were. I like the guy. A fucking course for access that nasty. Oh, she finally got her hand on a real gun. I cannot wait to find out what the hell's going on over here. Head up and force the tip the truth. Yes to the management. Oh, that's how they know them then. Mom went up? What? That would make me more confused what's going on here. Now she's looking for like a fucking protagonist. She's actually contemplating it. Now we still need to solve the mystery. What the fuck's up with her mom? But yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling she'd do that. Cooling never needed Wastelanding never needed medicine to counter before. But I also fully believe that you could come up with a medicine to prevent it. Yeah, he's gonna take a lot more than the handful you gave him, but just take the whole box, motherfucker. Reminding you who you used to be and what you used to represent. Ah, I love the look of that thing, design-wise. They literally had him call him a commie on the old-style Western show when that was not a thing. That was good shit. That was hilarious at the end there. It's like, you call me son of a bitch. I get he was desperate, but man, you just take the entire box of meds. Anything you don't need, you can sell. Anything you don't sell, you can keep. Find a backpack. I'm sure there's somebody in there. Just stuff it in. And you've got yourself decades worth of supply of those meds. I wonder if it's supposed to be like Radaway. It doesn't say what the medication is exactly. I'm tempted to look it up. I'm not going to until we're done. But that's how I would do it. I'd have it be Radaway. Something that would at least tie into previously existing stuff. Everybody used a pre-existing use case. That's one thing I hope doesn't too badly infringe on the series going forward, any games going forward. The idea as a ghoul, you need that to keep from doing that because, like, we have loads of cases of ghouls who are in no position to take that shit. He even was being drip fed this shit from those fucking containers. That's what was going on there. When we first saw them, that was what he was being fed to keep him going. I thought it was nutrients or stim pack stuff to keep him alive. But no. I mean, as absurd as it is, we still have the case. My favorite example, the case of the kid who'd been inside the fridge for like hundreds of years and not even a simp lap. I do like the idea that it's, you know, some ghouls can make you on willpower, but an option of medication does exist. But it's not a physical thing, not a thing. Though maybe that's just a psychosomatic symptom of his. I'm going to write it off because it's easier to portray he's not well with that. But ghouls shouldn't, by default, need that thing keep going, because that was very much not the case in the series until now. I like the idea of it as something that could be later developed and is giving more ghouls a chance to not feralify. But I don't like the idea of it being a default thing that is basically going to get retroactively put in the lore. You know? It doesn't fit older depictions of ghouls, because there's a lot of ghouls who were not in positions to develop stuff like that while they were ghouls. And no one else really would, so. But yeah, no, it's a fucking great episode. Just, whew. His last finger, but he gained a new, very off-looking finger. All medical science continues to be bad shit, and I love it. We got our protagonist hardened to surviving, while still simultaneously maintaining the heart of who she is as a person. She has to change to survive, but that doesn't mean she has to change to be a bad person. It just means she has to change to be a hard person. Or at least a person who can briefly harden their heart when they need to. Meanwhile, he is having his heart softened by being forced to remember what it's like to be a good person. Why was it a ghoul I was on the line, but neither one of those guys who answered was a ghoul? Or did I just badly mistake what I thought I heard combined with me misreading the captions? Must have. And yeah, we already know that the McClanes have some sort of tie to Nova, but at this point, I'm thinking maybe whatever happened with their mother happened after the kids were born, and when she supposedly died, she left for some reason. And Dad was involved with that to some degree, if he knew who Moldova was. The other option is that the mom really did leave the vault. Literally did either come from outside the vault in the first place or left the vault for quite a while before meeting Dad and just told him. And that might have been her old pit boy. Either way. HighPriest out, and we'll see what happens next time, folks.